Good morning, Junior 4. Last video, I talked about the matter. So, what is the matter? Matter, anything that has mass and volume. Anything that has mass and volume. And I said the measuring tools and measuring units of the length. In this video, I will explain the measuring tools and measuring units of the mass and volume. Mass and volume. Before everything, what is the meaning of the mass? Mass is it's the amount of matter in an object. The amount of matter in an object. Mass is the amount of matter in an object. Now, I will explain the measuring tools and measuring units of the mass. Okay? Measuring tools of the mass. We have two measuring tools. We have two measuring tools, which are sensitive balance and common balance. Sensitive balance and common balance. Sensitive balance to measure small masses. To measure small masses. Like things made of gold and silver, and maybe the chemicals in the laboratory. Okay? Sensitive balance to measure small masses. Sensitive balance to measure small masses. Like things that made of gold and silver. And the common balance. The common balance to measure large masses like fruits and vegetables. This picture of sensitive balance and this picture for the common balance. Okay? Sensitive balance and the common balance. Sensitive balance to measure small masses, but common balance to measure large masses like fruits and vegetables. Now, the measuring units of the mass. We have three measuring units of the mass. We have three measuring units of the mass, which are gram, kilogram, ton. Gram, kilogram, ton. Gram, it is the smallest unit of the mass, okay, which is suitable for measuring small masses. When I said this ring or this earring is 3 grams, 3 grams, okay. The bigger one, or the bigger unit to measure the mass is kilogram, suitable for measuring fruits and vegetables. And the largest or biggest one is ton, to measure very heavy masses, suitable for measuring very heavy objects like the car. So we have three measuring units of the mass, which are gram, kilogram, and ton. Gram for measuring small masses like jewelry, okay? Kilogram for measuring large masses like fruits and vegetables. Ton for measuring very heavy objects or very heavy masses like the car. So we have two measuring tools, common balance and sensitive balance. And three measuring units of the mass, which are gram, kilogram, and ton. And the difference between units and tools, that tools, I can hold tools. I can touch the tools, but I can't hold or touch gram or kilogram. So, the difference between tools and units, I can't touch units. I can't hold units, but I can hold and touch the tools. Okay? This evaluation about the mass. When he asks you, pay attention when he asks you about tool or unit, length or mass. Okay? Number one, a tool that's used to measure heavy masses like cheese, tool, and heavy mass, so it's the common balance. Number two, tool that's used to measure small masses like gold, tool, and small mass, okay, so it's the sensitive balance. Number three, unit that's used to measure small masses like joules, okay, unit so it will be gram. Number 4, units that's suitable to measure large masses such as fruits, so it will be kilogram. Okay? Number 1, common balance. Number 2, sensitive balance. Number 3, gram. Number 4, kilogram. After that, I will talk about the volume. What is the meaning of volume? Let's revise. Volume is the space occupied by the matter. Volume is the space occupied by the matter. Okay? Now I will talk about the measuring tools of the volume. We have graduated cylinder and ruler. Graduated cylinder and ruler. Graduated cylinder and ruler. And this is a picture of the graduated cylinder. This is a picture of the graduated cylinder. Okay? And it's the ruler. Graduated cylinder, suitable for measuring or used to measure the volume of liquids and irregular solids. Liquids and irregular solids. But ruler to measure the dimensions of the regular solid object. Pay attention with me. Okay? Graduated cylinder to measure the volume of liquids. To measure the volume of liquids and irregular solid objects. Okay? Like the stone without indefinite shape. There is no dimensions for the irregular shape. So I can put it in the graduated cylinder to know its volume. Okay? So I use the graduated cylinder to measure the volume of liquids and irregular solid objects. But I can use the ruler to know or to measure the dimensions of regular solid objects. Okay? Graduated cylinder to measure the volume of liquids and irregular solid objects. Ruler, I use the ruler to measure the dimensions of the regular solid objects. Okay? What is the regular and irregular solids? Regular solid means it has dimensions, like the cube. Okay? This cube has dimensions. Okay? I can use the ruler to know its dimension. And by knowing the dimensions, I can measure the volume. Okay? But irregular, like this stone, it's without shape, definite shape, without dimensions. So I can't measure its dimensions. So I can use the graduated cylinder to know its volume. So we have two measuring tools of the volume. Number 1, graduated cylinder to measure the volume of liquids and irregular solid objects. Okay? And ruler to measure the dimensions of regular solid objects. Units of the volume, we have liter and milliliter. Liter and milliliter to measure the volume of liquids only. If I have inside the graduated cylinder 20 milliliter, okay? 20 milliliter of water, 2 liters of water, okay? So, liter or milliliter to measure the volume of liquids only. I can't say the volume of this book 20 milliliter. No. Because the book is a solid. Liter and milliliter to measure the volume of liquids only. But I have cubic centimeter and cubic meter suitable for measuring the volume of solids and liquids, both of solids and liquids. Okay? Cubic centimeter and cubic meter. So, I have measuring tools, graduated cylinder and ruler. The measuring units of volume, liter and milliliter, suitable for measuring the volume of liquids, but cubic centimeter and cubic meter for measuring solids and liquids. Solids and liquids. Okay? After that, when I use a graduated cylinder to know the volume of a liquid, my eyes must be in a horizontal position with the graduated cylinder. Don't see up or down. No. not up, not down, in a horizontal position. Repeat after me, horizontal position. Horizontal position. Okay, my eyes must be in a horizontal position with the graduated cylinder, like this picture. Okay, not up, not down, in a horizontal position. In a horizontal position. Now you have to know that meter equals 10 centimeters, kilometer equal 1,000 meters, and kilogram equal 1,000 grams. 1 ton equal 1,000 kilograms. Okay? And 1 liter equal 1,000 milliliters and 1,000 cubic centimeters. Okay? 1,000 cubic centimeters and 1,000 milliliters. Okay, Junior 4? After that, how to estimate the volume of solid objects. Okay? Even regular and irregular. Okay? If I have a cube like this, okay? So this cube is regular or irregular? This cube is regular solid object. So it has dimensions. And I can measure its dimensions by ruler. Okay? I have law to solve this problem to know its volume. Volume equals length times width times height. Length times width times height. Okay, I can put length L, width W, height H. Okay, so volume equal length times width times height if it's a regular solid object. Okay, regular solid object. So I can estimate or measure the volume by this law. Length times width times height. I can put L, W, and H. L times W times H. Okay, Junior 4? So, length here 10 centimeter, width 3 centimeter, height 5 centimeter. So the volume will be 10 times 3 times 5 equal 150 cubic centimeter. I can't say 150 cubic meter. No, because the dimensions by unit centimeter. Okay, so the volume will be cubic centimeter. Number 2, if I want to measure or estimate the volume for irregular solid object, I will use that graduated cylinder. Okay, and I have to know the volume of liquid only, and I will set that V1. So V1 equals the volume of the liquid only inside the graduated cylinder. When I put the stone or the marble, the irregular shape, the level of reading will increase from V1 and become V2. V2 equals the volume of liquid and the solid substance. Okay? So the difference between them, V2 minus V1, equals the volume of the stone or the marble or the irregular shape. Again, I use the graduated cylinder to put some water and measure its volume. Okay? So it will be V1. V1, the volume of the liquid only. V2, when I put the stone, the reading will increase from number to another number. Okay? V2 equals the volume of solid and the liquid. The difference between them, okay, V2 minus V1 will be the volume of the irregular solid object or the stone. Okay? Okay? Another example. If I have 10 cubic centimeter of water in the first graduated cylinder, so it will be V1. V2, 30. V2 equal 30 cubic centimeter, and V2, the volume of water and stone. V2 minus V1 equal 20 cubic centimeter. 20 cubic centimeter is the volume of the stone. The volume of the stone. After that, if I have a graduated cylinder filled with water, completely filled with water, and I put something inside the graduated cylinder, the water will spill out of the graduated cylinder. Yes? The water will be out of the graduated cylinder. The volume of this water equals the volume of the object I put inside the graduated cylinder. So the water starts spilling out of the graduated cylinder. Okay? If I have a completely filled water in the graduated cylinder and I start putting something, the water will spill out of the graduated cylinder. Now, the volume of this object will be equal to the volume of the spilled water. The volume of the body equal to the volume of the spilled water. Evaluation. Let's solve this evaluation. Number 1, calculate the volume of a box. Box, regular object. Okay, regular solid object. So it has dimensions. Length times width times height. Okay, so it will be 5 times 3 times 1 equal 15 cubic centimeters. 15 cubic centimeters. Here, volume equal length times width times height. So volume equal 5 times 3 times 1 equal 15 cubic centimeters. Okay, we can measure 5 times 3. Okay, equal 15. 15 times 1 equal 15 cubic centimeters. After that, number 2, complete. Volume measuring tools are ruler and graduated cylinder. Ruler and graduated cylinder. Okay, number 2, the volume measuring units. Units are cubic meter and cubic centimeter. Okay, number 3, volume equal length times width times height. Number 4, 1 liter equal 1000 milliliters. Okay, number 3, calculate the volume of occupied wood. Length equal is 5 centimeters, its width equals 3 centimeters, and its height equals 2 centimeters. Okay, volume equal length times width times height, 5 times 3 times 2. 5 times 3 equals 15, 15 times 2 equals 30 cubic centimeters. Okay, Junior 4, the last question, look at the figure and calculate the volume of the stone. Okay, V1 equals 50 milliliter and V2 equals 75 milliliters. Yes? So V2 minus V1 will be 25. But it's not cubic centimeter. It will be 25 milliliter because they graduated here, the unit here, milliliter. So cubic centimeter, it's mistake. Sorry for this mistake. It's 25 milliliter. Okay, Junior 4, 25 milliliter because here the unit is milliliter. So it will be 25 milliliter. Okay, Junior 4. Solve, please, Junior 4, you have homework. Solve worksheet number 2 and number 3, and I will send you answers. I will send you the answers. Okay? Goodbye, Junior 4.